Hey everyone, we now have yet another Buster Keaton silent comedy, the 1924 film, The Navigator. Now on a whim, wealthy Rollo Treadway, Buster Keaton, decides to get married to his girlfriend, Betsy O'Brien, Catherine McGuire. Now he has his servant make plans for a honeymoon trip to Honolulu, but when he goes to ask Betsy to marry him, she turns him down. Since he still has the ticket, he decides to get on the boat the night before and take the trip anyways. But he mistakenly gets on the Navigator, a ship that Betsy's father had sold to one of two countries at war. Now, some spies from the opposing country decide to cut it loose instead of letting the other country have it. Now, Betsy got on the ship just before they cut it loose, and so both Betsy and Rollo end up left on the ship at first unaware of each other's presence. However, even when they do find each other, they are still in trouble as they have both been pampered all their lives and don't know how to take care of themselves. Now, they soon learn as they end up stuck on that boat for weeks. And the only time they pass a ship, they unknowingly fly a flag indicating the ship is quarantined. The ship ends up running aground near a land where a tribe of cannibals are watching. Betsy is kidnapped while Rollo is diving to make ship repairs, so he must find a way to get her back and fight them off too. Now, after Sherlock Jr. had failed to connect with audiences as much as he would have hoped, Buster was in need of a good idea for his next movie. He'd been wanting to do another nautical film after the success of his 1921 short, The Boat, and he was provided with a good opportunity to do so again. One of his assistants found the ocean liner the Buford when it was being used in production for the 1924 film The Seahawk, and so the assistant told Buster about it. Buster was able to lease the ship, and so they all tried to come up with a story to work around the boat. Buster tried to hire Donald Crisp as a co-director to help film the more dramatic aspects, but ran into trouble when Donald Crisp decided to concentrate on doing comedic material, and not well either. So Buster effectively had to redo everything that Donald Crisp shot after he left the project. Now, I've seen this film mentioned as being one of Buster Keaton's masterpieces, but quite frankly, I don't quite get the appeal of this one as much. I admit I'm coming off my first viewing, and maybe my opinion will improve with time, but a few things just didn't sell well with me. I mean, first, I kind of half expected the spy stuff at the beginning to have more importance, instead of just being a plot device to have the ship sent off with just the two aboard. And I also have a hard time figuring out how the two of them were able to figure out not only how to operate the diving equipment on their first try, but when they have to make repairs, they're able to do it successfully. Now, I can understand being able to get food together and stuff, but given that they still don't know how to even operate the ship after several weeks, it just bothers me that they can figure out how to repair it when the ship runs aground and starts taking on water. Now, let me be clear here, though. Just because I have a few things against the movie does not mean I didn't like it as I did. I enjoyed the moments of stuff they had to figure out and make mistakes doing on the first day, and how they were able to figure things out successfully over time. The method of the various strings and ropes to help him in the kitchen reminded me strongly of one of Buster's earlier shorts, The Scarecrow from 1920, in which he used a similar method. And all the stuff going on that first night when they tried to figure out where to sleep, from a frightening portrait, of former director Donald Crisp no less, that was mistaken for observing one of them, to trying to sleep out in the rain, to Catherine's character almost falling off the ship. Just a lot of fun moments there. Then we see how they solve the sleeping arrangement problem by sleeping the two boilers in the boiler room. After all, they weren't exactly using to run the ship. Plus, the whole scene of them trying to fight off the cannibals with the fireworks and other stuff on the ship was a lot of fun. So while it wasn't my favorite Buster Keaton movie, it still goes to show that, for me at least, every silent film of his that I have seen so far has been enjoyable. And I would definitely recommend giving this one a try. This movie is available on Blu-ray and DVD from Cohen Media Group with Sherlock Jr. as part of the Buster Keaton Collection, Volume 2. Now, while this is my only experience with the movie, I certainly feel that the restoration here looks pretty good, and the two films together make for a fun set. Well worth it at that price, in my opinion. This movie is 1 hour and 6 minutes in length. Well, I think that's all I have to say on this one, everybody, so thanks for listening, and I hope you'll keep tuning in for more.